morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to your first QuestionPro office hours, and not going to be your last now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure starting something new with something new.
I'm so excited you're here. Hi, everyone. Welcome to QuestionPro Office Hours. I'm your host, Crystal Weiss. I am the Director of Marketing here at QuestionPro. And today I have joining me is not Shabani. Oh, no.
Wow.
I just upgraded. Well, I updated it, but evidently it didn't say.
With the wrong photo.
But I have Prachi joining me.
Hi.
And we are so excited she's here. She is our newly minted head of global customer marketing, and we cannot be more happy that she's here. She's joining us from the APAC team, where she ran the commercial business and has now come to the dark side.
Which I'm really happy to be here.
Which is the marketing team, and I'm so excited she's here. And today we're going to be talking about free product offerings from QuestionPro, because a lot of times we get into the nitty gritty. You know, lately we've been covering workforce and CX and some of our really advanced question types. But at the end of the day, our biggest core values are that we really do give some of the best free survey software on the market, and we want to make sure that you guys know what that is. So make sure you let us know where you're from in the comments section. I'm currently based in Austin, Texas, where it is going to be under 90 degrees today for the first time in months, and I'm so excited. Prachi, where are you based out of?
I am based out of Delhi in India, and it is, well, yeah, it's finally getting a little cooler here too, after forever. And we just got off a really heavy rain episode of 3 days of nonstop rain and flooding. So,
oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then if you guys have questions for us, let us know in the comments. We always have, questions submitted ahead of time. And so we really, we have questions we're going to answer, a couple funny ones, not funny, a couple non-product related ones. And then and we'll cover those, at the beginning and kind of like sprinkled throughout. But if you have live questions for us, drop them in the comments. This is not, I don't know if you've been to an office hours before, but there's a slight script, but it kind of chooses its own adventure. And so if you want to dictate the content, you let us know. And so we have a lot of cool stuff going on today. And just to talk about a few different things, we do talk about our free survey software today, but in case you didn't know, we have generalized survey software. So Essentials, Advanced, and Team Edition, all fitting whatever need you have when you're doing your research yourself and, really breaking into the analysis of it. If you want to go a little bigger, Research Suite is the way to go. There's, 5 different products within this bundle that you can really plug and play a lot of different options with. I know the team is always improving it. And so if you're ready to take your product lines and everything to the next level, Research Suite is where to go. If you don't know what your customers think about you, the customer experience platform CX is definitely something you need to implement. NPS scores come with a lot of drama, but especially between these two teams. But, we'll never say no to, helping you run your NPS score. And then, of course, your eNPS. Do your employees like your job, like where they work? Do they like their job? And are they feeling fulfilled in their work, in their life? Is our workforce product for employee experience. And those are really our 4 product lines that build the breadth of what QuestionPro products are. I always tease that all products are created equally. And because that is what marketing is always trying to remind people, that there is, a product for every season, and we are here to support you through that. Any commentary on our 4 product lines? Do you have a favorite, Prachi?
Oh, research. I mean, it's just it's huge. No. And our surveys, you can't pick favorites really, but if I had to say,
That is gonna be a the research team does not need an ego inflation. They're the best. But man, some days. And I know they're watching, so I see you, Dan. But in the side note, let's get through a couple of our questions, and I'm gonna pull that slide off. Okay, Parachi, what is our first question?
Well, do I get to pick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick one of the fun ones. Okay, so I guess our very first question is, how frequently do we work out?
Oh, okay. So, funny. I always tell people they can ask us anything.
Yes.
It really is an ask us anything. How frequently do we work out? Well, I mean, I know the answer to that because I've been in the middle of like a fitness boot camp. So I work out 3 days a week with teammates or, like with other people. And then I do a Peloton probably 4 days a week in between there. Riding a Peloton is great. It is very difficult some days, and I do not always like it. So I would say I work out 5 to 6 days a week, 30 minutes or more.
5 to 6 days a week is a lot. Those are goals. That's definitely workout goals for me.
What about you, Prachi?
I think this question was a really good point of reflection for me. So I was like, oh my God, everybody knows now. So I've fallen off the wagon recently. I used to work out 5 days a week. I currently work out 0 days a week, which might change now because my brain thinks everybody knows Kim Prachi's not working out anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has helped. Some benefits of working out. If we can, it helps your mental health. You literally sweat out stress. So whenever I'm really stressed, I work out in the evenings, which I find helps because if I've had a really stressful day, I literally go and I'm just like, if you just sweat, like the stress hormones will literally come out of your body. And then I do Peloton sometimes. One time I did it during a town hall. Don't tell anyone
Everybody knows.
And just a lot of things like keep your body moving. Definitely such a good question, and always encourage that. I'm surprised we don't have a internal fitness channel at work.
Oh yes. Well, there we go. We now know what new channel we need.
I'm not responsible enough for that. Because if I fall off the wagon, I don't want people to know. Okay, so again, everyone, welcome to QuestionPro Office Hours. I promise that Prachi and I will get to your other questions, but we like to answer every question that's submitted to us, and so that's what we're doing. If you have questions about QuestionPro product lines, your love life, evidently our fitness schedules, you are more than happy to submit those. Okay, what else we got on the list?
Okay. Are you picking the next one?
No, you're gonna pick them. I'm looking at something else.
Okay. Great. This is a really good one, outside of the little fun one, but someone's asked, how do we get people to stay engaged and complete surveys?
Ooh.
How do we do that?
Okay, that's a great one. I need to probably, one of us probably needs to be logged into QuestionPro for this. So there's a couple different ways, I will say I've learned a lot at office hours on this topic specifically. Shout out to Adrian Mendez and Kartik Bhatt for literally teaching me everything I know. And I think how do you keep people engaged? One, make them short surveys.
Yep.
The shorter, the better. Parachi, what's your best hack for keeping people engaged?
I think also just keep them really contextual to whatever you're trying to find out. And so that would mean whatever information you don't need and you already have, like their names or their email IDs and things like that, they don't ask those questions again. That also goes with keeping them short, and just so you let them know what they're answering, why they're answering, and then just really contextual questions.
So something to think about is, if like what you're saying is contextual, if you don't need the data, don't ask for it. And a lot of times, if you're, a great example is, if you have my email address, do you need my first name and my last name? Is that going to benefit this user or me in the long run, unless you're going to do something with it? And so those are really easy ways to say, like, hey, if I have their email, which is how I'm getting them to take the survey, do I really need their name and first name and last name? Probably not. And so you might not even get a real one if you ask for it anyways. And so, and if they're coming through the survey on an email link, don't ask for the email again. Obviously, you have their email because you emailed them the link to the survey. That's my least favorite one. I'm like, you know my email. You emailed me the survey.
And that actually happens quite often. Like, I get a lot of email surveys asking me for my email.
Yeah. And then also making sure, from a marketing perspective, making sure the context is right. Not only are the contextual questions right, but making sure it's branded, making sure it's clear about who it came from and why you're asking them to take up their time to give you survey data. Making sure that you have, this is the most basic thing that I think people always overlook. Add that logo right there in the top. We can show you how to do it. There's literally 5 tutorials everywhere, I feel like, on how to add the logo. And there is, I think making sure that you're just going to do something short and sweet. And actually, I even have it here in my account right now. The basic pack, look at these: 3 questions, 2 questions, 4 questions, 5 questions. That's really all you need. And so really make sure that you either do it more often, because what another thing is 29 questions. That's too many questions, especially for students. So, making sure that if you're going to survey often with less questions. Just because you've trapped them in the survey does not mean that you should ask them everything.
Yeah.
What else you got? What's your best tip for new survey creators, Prachi?
I think don't forget that you can make the survey smart. So definitely, so the right question types, right? The right options to choose from, and not everybody needs to answer 100% of the questions. So personalize your survey. Yeah, personalize your survey. Personalize the survey flow. Just make it really smart. If you are asking their preference for a particular brand in one question, let that brand name carry over to the next question. So personalize it, run smart surveys, run short surveys. And actually really interesting. So I was searching for just bad survey questions that people have, So, and there's an entire Twitter thread on it. But I think my favorite was, there's actually been a survey run where somebody asked, what gender do you identify with? And then you have a strongly disagree to a strongly agree scale, right? So definitely not the right question type, not a very smart survey. You're probably not going to get responses to that. So yeah, I think that was a great example.
And always have someone proof your survey. This is another thing that I think people forget. And we, in marketing for our team specifically, you have to have a peer review of everything we put out. And I am guilty of this, is sometimes I'll just look at the design and I won't read the words. And that's, just a design. That's just the way my brain works. And so we, really want to make sure that you're reading all the words specifically, make sure they're calibrated for the region you're surveying into, is something really important. And I think it really makes a difference there. As you can see right now, I'm floating around in our QuestionPro free survey tool. So right now I'm in Essentials. And how we got here was ignore the rotator up here. We went to QuestionPro.com, and you can sign up for a free account here. You can sign up for a free account here. You can sign up for a free account on pricing.
You can also just go to login and sign up for a free account.
You can also sign in there. If you have not noticed, we want you to have a free account because we have, I think, one of the best free survey softwares on the market. You can also get a 10-day trial if you'd like to play around with more advanced question types and kind of see more advanced reporting. The biggest difference between Essentials and Advanced, in my opinion, the product guys may say differently, is the analysis.
Yeah.
And obviously you can get, 300 responses per survey, but you have unlimited surveys. So you can only do 300 a survey, but you have unlimited amount of surveys you can do. Whereas you get a tad bit, different options as you go higher, obviously, as you can see across here. Oh, let me get rid of this guy. Also, our chat support is great. That's also free. The chat support guys are amazing. They always are. They even help me sometimes, and I'm embarrassed to say that. But see, you're going to get 30 question types. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. You're going to get 30 question types to 38. So if you're really looking for those options, just go with the free and try it out. We'd much rather have you try something out and kind of get your hands dirty and push all the buttons than just say, oh, this isn't what I need, because it probably is. What's your favorite thing about our free survey software, Prachi?
Well, it definitely is one of the most robust free options out there, or even paid options, right? It's just you can actually run an entire survey program just using the Essentials.
Right.
Yeah.
So
many features, question types. Yeah.
This is where you sign up. You can use Microsoft, LinkedIn, or Google, or you can use you can type everything by hand. And then once you're in here, also, if you haven't noticed, QuestionPro X Days happening. All the branding is everywhere. Just log out of that. And here we are in your your surveys category. Oh, expiring. That's weird. I have an employee account. And so then, you can go new survey. You can see all the past surveys. This was my first day, October 1st, 2019. This was my first day survey. The first time I ever made a and this is kind of, get in here and learn. Let's see what I was doing on October 1st, 2019. I had a different hair color. I know that. And so you can get in here and start, 7 responses. You can really, jump around and see what you need. See, I did not add a logo. I didn't know how to do it at the time, I bet. So let's do, I'm on the wrong screen. I keep operating. So here we can add the QuestionPro logo.
And this is also a really important thing to keep people engaged, right? Just branding the survey, having your logo in there, having your brand colors, choosing the right font.
If you notice, see how it came in here so big? You can actually resize it in the app. You don't have to upload a different size. So something great to know. And then you can add an intro if you want to give more clarity about why they're taking the survey. Look, it's even already written for you. That's amazing. And then, you can go to your questions below. You can drag and drop. You can add validation. And in Essentials, you can still do skip logic at least once.
Yeah.
And tell us the benefits of skip logic, Prachi.
So that's exactly what how you make smart surveys. So for example, we only wanted to let people who selected blue, pink, and green complete the rest of the survey, and the rest of them go to terminate or go to the thank you page. You can just set that logic here. Just say, if you're blue, you move on to the next question, question 3. If you selected purple, you're going to go to the thank you page, or we're going to take you to a different survey. Right? You can change surveys there as well, or you can send them to terminate and end the survey right there. Not record that
People are doing so many random
really
things.
simple.
Oh, how do you feel about pumpkin spice lattes?
This is a really serious
survey question writer.
Yeah.
Okay, so this also gets us to here. Look, I have 10 questions. In all the things I've learned in the 3 years working here, I would say that's too many questions.
That's a lot of questions.
And so, just to we have a question coming up on our how do you feel about parties? Ooh, or what do you do at parties? We have a question coming up from Mark asking, is there a benefit to conducting research at the point of a experience or periodic surveys? Pros and cons of both models. We kind of talked about this a little bit, but at this point, I would say there are pros and cons of both, obviously. And you get to have shorter surveys at the point of experience and it gives people a marketing indicator of why you're sending them content and questions. What about you? What do you think? Point of experience or periodic?
I think both very important and different context for both as well. So like you said, for point of experience, really short surveys, great to get the top of mind feedback at that point. Like, is this page working for you? Or did this delivery experience work for you? But then when you come to more periodic surveys where you're surveying a bunch of people at the same time, you probably want to, at that point, ask more experience-related questions with the brand and not so much of, do you remember like 6 months ago, you bought a t-shirt from us? Did you like the checkout experience?
No one's
probably not the right
that.
time to write that. Yeah. So both are good, but completely different. What you're asking, again, the context should be different, I think, for either of those two approaches.
Perfect. Okay. And so then when you're up here, you can go over here to our engagement poll, like our engagement tools. And these are our free of charge tools. So Essentials is free and you kind of live in this little survey space. See, it says surveys. And then if you're looking for another free tools, you can come over here and that's where you can play around too. But we're going to cover a couple more things when it comes to our free, tools. And another way to sign up for Essentials is our QuestionPro. Oh no, all of my tabs. Survey templates. Let's go to survey software and we'll get the survey templates from there. So as I showed you guys, we have survey templates inside of the QuestionPro app, but we also have them in our resource section. And here you can kind of, there's, okay, and chat's always available. And so you can come in here and you can look by industry, whether retail, and you can, some of these, there is a lot. I mean, there are more here than there are in the app. So if you start here, you're going to definitely find more available, especially if you're like looking for a mortgage survey, environmental, personal finance, smoothies.
Smoothie survey. Did you make this? Your first day.
Right? I just get excited when I find fun things. And so here you can go in and you can start, but these start with a lot of questions. And so, it's a lot easier. We will write every question for you and then you can trim them down, but they are, plugged in to your platform ahead of time. You can look at them here, what the survey is going to look like, evaluate if this is really what you're going to need. And then you can use this free template and it takes you straight to signing up for Essentials. So let's sign up with this mystery account that I have. Prachi is awesome.
Yay. I'll use that password. Yeah.
And not now. Let's go. Let's see if this works. Did that now? Oh no, it didn't work. Hold on. Let me try another one. That's also not going to work.
Add another number.
I know, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh. Just trying to sign up for a free account. It could see if you have a free account, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
So, that's the logic there is if you already have one, you could just re-log in. Here we go. Brand new. Oh, I keep clicking on the window like it's the right window. Okay, here we go. Brand new Essentials account, never used before. And so now you have all those questions plugged into the survey automatically. And now you can go through here and delete them, reorder them, or save them, because I don't think you want 42 questions after someone has flown.
Mm-hmm.
You really probably only want like 3.
Yeah.
What do you
once you add in the logic, once you add in skip logic, people probably anyway see like 5 of these questions.
Mm-hmm. And so this is really, but the great thing is that these are here already. So you can just delete them. You don't have to write them out. I think the hardest part about building surveys is coming up with the questions.
Oh yeah.
I would rather have more questions to start than I would to end. And so then let's say you can go into preview and you can look at your survey and see what it's going to look like. Dear passenger, and see how they're going to fill it out. And this is all these question types are on our free survey software. And then you can go back and you can design it. So you have custom themes, you have standard themes, you can import a theme. So, oh man, manage your themes. Let's go here. Let's go gray. Or no, gray's not fun. Aluminum ocean. Okay, here we go. So then how do I get there?
I think you want to be on standard themes. Custom themes.
Oh. Ooh, what's this?
Oh yeah, I love that one. That's just fun.
These are so fun. Every time I'm in here, we have like new themes to use. This is genuine excitement, people. This is not prepared ahead of time. So here we go. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Save and apply. This is where you can store your logos. So, as I showed before, making sure you can add logos. You can also add images to yours to kind of like spice it up. You can, languages require another upgrade, but you can add a thank you page. What are the benefit of thank you pages and, versus non-thank you pages?
Oh, well, definitely your personalized experience. It goes hand in hand with the brand so that people also know who they just responded, took this survey for. And any next steps you want to tell them. You want to tell them that, your response, your feedback is important to us. What are you going to do next? Is someone going to reach out based on this? So whatever the next steps are, definitely we want to tell them that. If we can go a little over the thank you page, if you're on starting the advanced license, you can actually also direct people to rewards. And then you definitely, that just adds like a brilliant option, to have people more engaged. It increases your response rates because people know that you understand the value of their time. So it's not so much of just paying people to respond or get false responses, but it's a good gesture to let people know that you care about their time. So yeah, this is a brilliant option. Also, did you?
I will literally do anything for a Starbucks card. I will do anything for a Starbucks card. And I think one of the other really like big hidden features of the Essentials license is hold on. Sometimes I get the different licenses slightly mixed up. Oh, you can't customize it. On advanced, you can customize it. So you could customize this link, but you can still share the link. So making sure you can put this link into HubSpot or Bitly or, really customizing it out there in the world means that you could get just anyone to come to your survey or the people you want to come to your survey. What's your other hot takes for essentials?
I think when I found this, I was really confused as why, but you know you can also embed a YouTube video into your survey.
Oh,
So if you, it's just as a question type, yeah, you could just, it's in the settings. I was like, we give this for free? Wow. That's
you know what you could
amazing.
do is you could embed in like a personalized message
Yeah.
to the respondents. Where is it?
So just, I think just any question, like comment box, or you could use a
Oh,
select question or a presentation type. Just
wait, where
anyway,
is comment box? There it is.
there it is. And then you'd go into settings.
Sorry, my internet's a little slow. Okay, settings.
Scroll down. Yeah, and then it says video, and then you can, like, do you want it from YouTube? Do you want it from your library? Like, you're kidding
That
me.
is
Yeah, you just put it on YouTube.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
And it
you
can autoplay.
Yeah, and you could film a specialized introduction for your survey respondents and then embed it in a YouTube link. And then that goes
Yep.
back to our one of our very first questions is how do you keep people engaged and involved in your survey? This is a great way to do it.
Mhm.
Embed that YouTube link. Man, Prachi, that is
Yeah.
like it's not even a QuestionPro hack because it's free and it's built into the product.
Yeah.
It's just the more you know. We need that little NBC like chime happening at the end. The more you know.
Yeah.
So this is a great one that even I mean, I don't know a lot of things, but I definitely did not know this one. Okay. And then, you can, when you go to distribute, as we were talking about, you can send out emails, you can compose them, you can, make sure you upload the list, the 300 per survey that you can send it out to. You can make templates for, default emails. You can also use this hyperlink because it's super clickable and easy to distribute. And then, of course, QR codes are making a comeback, man.
For
And they
sure.
really are. So you can distribute that. And then, a little something that people don't always know is that we have, if you need an audience, we do have an audience tool that you can access and a huge audience team that can find literally the exact people for you. And so we're super proud of that team. And if you want like a bunch like veterinarians who only work on rare turtle species, the audience team would be able to find them for you. Okay. And then, of course, if people come and take your survey, you get the basic analytics. Again, you can add the logo. You can share this dashboard. It's updated in real time. So the link, when you share the link out, it's updated every time a survey respondent comes in. And that's really important because it's not a tracked in time like PDF. It's an automated, updated survey dashboard, respondent dashboard. So, people can definitely see what kind of like traffic and engagement your surveys are getting.
Yeah.
We have gotten that.
And you can actually also, this is also super helpful. You can, if you created your survey for the first time, you want some test responses, you can just add test responses.
Oh,
free
you know what? I learned this the other day.
Yeah.
Wait, will you show me how to do it?
Yeah, you go back to edit.
I was on a
It's on tool.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Tools.
Yeah.
I was on an office hours with Adrian Kartik when I learned this.
Yeah. And that's the second option. Yeah.
We didn't add a title. We did not do the best survey practices for this free survey. I apologize to our watchers. Click here to view a report.
Yeah. And now you can really see now what analysis you have access to. Like,
okay, so all the people filled out the test. Ooh, helpfulness of agents. And these kind of like having this kind of analysis in a free tool really allows you to, show off that you're really smart to your boss.
Yeah.
And then you can export specific. You could, we could change it to bars.
Yep.
And then can't you export specific questions?
You can.
Oh, configure report. I don't know how to do this. Abort.
Maybe that's in a higher license.
And so this is, you can run, and you could even say, if you were testing out the product, and, a lot of people like us, in my role, I do vendor evaluation. This really gives me a full breadth of what the product is going to look like if I was to purchase it. So hopefully this can help you too.
Yeah.
What's another secret essentials?
Ooh, secret.
If you know, you know.
Well, not so much secret, but here you can also apply filters. So you can just add data filters. So I think go to that little settings thing. Yeah, and you can create a new criteria filter saying, we haven't created one yet. So
Nope.
yeah, you can just say testing, and you can say only completed responses or only any of those. You can add a criteria then.
Oh,
and then you can, yeah.
Okay. So completed. And then we could take this one is
answered as.
Oh, sorry. My screen
any
is
of these
small.
beautiful options. Yeah. So you could pretty much just filter it out only for, if you wanted to see dissatisfied customers, you can just say only people who completed and they said they didn't have a good experience. How have they rated everything across?
Oh, okay.
And then and then you download just that report.
That's awesome. And it's in our free license. That's amazing. So our free analytics are super easy. And you can do really complicated things, as Prachi is now teaching me. And you can, look at all these options. Word clouds. Hold on.
Love word clouds.
Me too. I think they're so fun, and they make great marketing. Okay, just all responses abort. How do I get out of the criteria? There we go. Okay. Ooh. Data test.
It's clearly this is test data.
If you didn't know, this is test data. Like, is there another word cloud somewhere? I think word clouds are really fun. In marketing, they really help you often see. Oh my God, there's so many questions. This is too many questions. Don't make questions this surveys this long. But they can really help you. Okay, well, we have gone through our essentials product line. If you want to upgrade to advanced question types, like adding another dashboard, it's going to take you to team edition or advanced. Reach out to our live chat, as you've seen them popping up every time I load a new window. They're also a free resource, and they're amazing. They will definitely get back to you and help you with everything that you need. And if you're in surveys, man, we just spent 45 minutes hanging out in essentials, and we didn't even cover everything. I feel like we could do an entire office hour series on just essentials. And see now.
Oh yes, for sure.
And so if you're over here, you can go to, your free surveys. Audience is the tool we were talking about earlier, where you can find your audience. And, you can look for different respondents. The audience team will reach out to you, and they're amazing. Again, if you need veterinarians that work on yellowfish, they can find those for you. And then, of course, we have polls and forms, which are other versions of surveys that are available for free. But nevertheless, the best free software that we have is LivePolls. LivePolls is available for all of our users. You don't have to sign up you sign up for Essentials to get it, but you don't have to use Essentials. LivePolls is so fun, and we're going to do a little LivePolls now. I know I've cornered some people from the team who are going to be here. So we are going to, let me see if I can figure out how to launch it. Again, just like everything else, You can design the, make it default green, default purple. Ooh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You can change the fonts. Let's not do that. Times New Roman is not fun. Okay, and then save. So we're going to be purple. I don't want to show you the questions because the answers are in here, but hopefully not too many people are paying attention. You can add all sorts of questions. Oh, word clouds. That's new. You can add multiple choice or a live feed. So if you're going to start this, there's so many different ways. What you want to do is actually start a quiz, because you want there to be a right answer, whereas a poll just lets people pick willy-nilly. And so, you can you jump in here and you get started on just adding your questions, and it's super easy. And they're always updating this, so much so that I didn't know there were word clouds in here now. And you can rearrange it. It's a lot like Essentials. And then you can the best part is you can actually use the same live poll multiple times. You don't have to constantly create it. And then you can get session analytics here. So if we go back to my live polls, let's go into, spring X day. This is a old X day that we've did in the past. You can see that we had 105 users and we ran it for, 70 minutes. Oh, I must have got left on. Oops. And then a different one that was obviously a test. And so, the quiz analytics, you can use the quiz over and over again, which is really, really cool. What is your favorite thing about live polls, Prachi?
Oh, it's just so quick to make. So we run this on every town hall that we have, which is once a week. And last week, I was running live polls and setting up that 10 question live poll. Literally, I think it just took me less than 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure. And then it went live just immediately.
Just type. Yep, it's super easy.
The word cloud question type is actually really fun. So now what it does is, so you're going to ask a question like, what's the first word that comes to mind when you think of, I don't know, customer experience or global warming, right? Yep. And
then I don't know, I've never used, so then they can answer. Oh, and then they type it in.
They type it in. It's an open-ended box, and then you get a word cloud out of it. So you on the analysis end now know what are the words that are sitting with people. It could be a great marketing exercise when you're doing like
you're reading my mind. Or when you say, when you think of this class, if you're using this in school, or if you're using it at like a work event, what do you think of there? So, I know we've done a lot of live polls on these shows, but I've never showed anyone how to make them. I didn't even know you could change the colors or add logos, etc. And so this is something, make sure you're jumping in here and really customizing it. As you will notice, the default blue is actually QuestionPro blue, so we never changed the color. I was like, it's always branded. So, why would it need to be changed? And then you have QR codes, and what happens is, and we'll do it right now, is that if you're watching us, here we go. We're going to go live. Start office. See, now I'm starting a new session, office hours. We're going to give people only 12 seconds to respond. So start on a full screen. Display difficulty level. That's fun. We do not want people to be anonymous. Oh, maybe we can. What do you think? Anonymous, not anonymous?
Not anonymous.
Okay. Just a little chaos. And so then we'll hit start. Ooh, and it's purple. That's so fun. Okay, so then you see I have my phone, everyone, and I'm going to scan the app. I'm going to scan the QR code with my phone. And then I'm going to, it automatically adds, see, there I am. Oh, also, I like this new font.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little game you can play. Oh, you can't see on my screen. There's a little game you can play on your phone. And so the best part about this is, right, is that you're kind of like adding two experiences. You have the on-screen, or let's say you're in a convention center and you can project this on the wall, and then your users can see it on their phone. And so it creates a lot of interaction with like very like low barriers to entry, and it makes it really, really fun. Okay, and people can join if you've already started. So let's say you had two screens and you can have this one going and you can have another one going. So people could join the sessions while you're running it. They don't have to be there like exactly at the same time. Now, if you're like trying to go for a quiz or something, you can change that. I also saw in the design settings that you can change. This image of hands is just uploaded. So you can actually, and Aldrin's playing our word game. See how that changed as people were participating? And so you can change these hands into a different image if you wanted, like maybe your, business brand. You can have people playing a game while they wait. You can change the fonts and the colors as you've seen here. And then you can keep this going, this screen going while the game is still going. So people could join us later. Okay, we're going to start the first question. There are 10 questions. We've got 7 users. Let's go. Oh, these are like, these are real, like, on a vest. And then you can see the question on your phone and on the screen. So see how it's kind of covered here. And we ran out of time. Prachi.
Yeah. Well.
And then you can see out of 7 people, only 3 people made it to the answer. And then we can go on to the next question. And then here I can show again, I can copy the PIN number and the QR code if people needed to jump in. So let's say I was going to go to our Slack or to a different, a different screen. You can still access the PIN and the QR code while the poll is going. Okay, here we go. According to Apollo astronauts, the moon smells like, I don't know. 5 seconds. And so I love having the automatic timer because it creates that sense of urgency. Gunpowder. Did people pick cheese because the moon looks like cheese?
I know that's what I did.
Okay, on to the next. What is the loudest animal on Earth?
I want to say humans. No, that's not right. But
and part of making sure you run a live poll is making sure you have good MCs. Blue whale. I don't know why the number it's not appearing here, but great job, you guys. This is from an old X Day. So people who have come to X Day before. Oh, here we go. What graphical representation question in which you show an image of predefined sections or areas? Oh no. And respondent select which are like and dislike. Ooh, hotspot analysis. Aldrin's coming for you. And so, you can use really long questions. Oh, I was the one person that didn't answer. How many hearts does an octopus have? Does anybody know?
We'll see.
Yes. What are in the years that we released LivePolls in 2019, 2020, and it has only been 3. Oh, I 100% thought it was 9. Whoops.
I'm the only one who said 1.
Okay. Scaled questions that ask respondents levels of agreement, interest, satisfaction, or likelihood to purchase are examples of what type of response list? Oh my God. And then you get a fun little rating scale. I was like, y'all, we work in surveys. All these people on here should know the answer to this. Okay. Ooh, what country's national animal is a unicorn? I have asked this at so many X days. Everyone should know the answer to this. Best practices for live polls.
Scotland.
Great job. Best practices are always have the timer, because then you're not dependent on having to push the next button. Which of the following is not an example of a graphical rating question? Dan from research wrote these nerdy ones. Rank order. Great job. I don't know why the number of people responding isn't showing. Boop. Okay. 2 more. What color is the black box of an airplane? Oh no. Whoop. There we go. Oh, see, now it's appearing. Maybe my screen's just too small. Orange. Yeah. Great job, team. Oh, Aldrin. Though nobody's got 100%. Okay, here we go. Applying weights to your sample requires, oh no. I don't know the answer to this. There we go. Making sure the weights are add up to 100. Okay. So, guys, that's what we've got. And then you go to finish. Congratulations, Aldrin. You won. And now we can see everyone's outcomes. You can see what the right answer is. You can see what the leaderboard was. And you can go through here. And it's really, really great. You can see how long it took us, how many people participated. And then if you go back, you could go into your session analytics and see, okay, so this, like in May 11th, we had 92 people do it and it only took us 5 minutes. Whereas office hours, we had 13 and it took us 7 minutes. You can see what devices they're on, and then you can always go back and edit the surveys, etc. Well, I think that's all for our office hours today on our free survey tools that are available in QuestionPro. Prachi, do you have any
final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
I think one of the questions that we got, which I want to bring up, is somebody asked that they have an office gathering coming up, and how can they use our free tools to kind of engage everybody. LivePolls is definitely one for that, right? I mean, we've seen so much success in just having everybody be more involved in town halls and just meetings, and the leaderboard is really fun and gets a little competition going. But yeah, so LivePolls, great if you're having an office gathering. If you want to kind of run a quiz. And I was actually also thinking you could use QuestionPro Essential License Surveys to also run a treasure hunt. You could pretty much
tell me more about this treasure hunt.
You could pretty much have your survey and your logic depending on, people go, you give them directions, they go to point A, they find something, which is whatever the answer,
right?
Type that answer in, which gives them the next clue. You can actually, I thought about it. I think we can set up that entire thing using the Essentials license as a survey. Yeah.
That's very cool. So you don't have to do them just for I don't know, work stuff. You can also do it for fun stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for QuestionPro Office Hours free tools. Please don't forget, if you need free survey software, sign up at questionpro.com, and you have so many options when it comes to the free survey tools, such as embedding YouTube videos, running a live poll, and, always making sure that you are, talking to your customers and learning what they have to say.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Prachi. I can't wait to see you on here more. And we will see everyone back again maybe next month. I'm not totally sure. We have QuestionPro X Day coming up on October 27th. And we have an amazing lineup of speakers, as you saw everywhere that we were plugging in. But I don't know if we're going to be having office hours that month because, y'all, it's busy. So stay tuned. It may not be me. Maybe I'll have to have somebody else do it. Coming in for office hours the fourth Monday of every month. If you have questions, we'll answer them no matter what the question is. Have a great day, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.